Hey kids, I'm here, I'm alive, I needed a break and I took it, yes. Today I'm going to talk to you about the importance of getting tested for HIV. Because last week was National Testing Week and I'm just going to be very frank and very honest about this. I got a result from my test that wasn't negative, shall we say. Everyone was getting tested last week and I'm no exception to the rule. I'm a somewhat sexually active homosexual in the world and I can prevent the spread of HIV just by being in the know, knowing my status, all the rest of it. So I did my test and I pricked my finger and I sent it off and then I waited. I waited for 4 days for my result and I didn't get a text message saying your test is negative. I got a phone call saying that your test has come back reactive, which is what they have to say when it's not negative. They said there's something in your blood that shouldn't be there, we don't know what it is, we can't identify it. And I'm like, mate, we fucking know what it potentially is. The guy that I spoke to booked me an appointment for the hospital the day after to go and sort of do more checks and take bloods and all the rest of it to find out what this reactive thing in my blood was. And my straight initial first gut reaction was shit. I had to sort of take an extended break at work to go and sort of sit down and process what was potentially happening. That's a heavy blow when you're having a normal casual Monday and then you hear that and you're like, fuck. If this is a thing, my life is going to get a lot harder. Just sort of keeping up with meds, and if I'm HIV positive, it's going to make dating harder and meeting guys and all the rest of it. So I needed a minute to sort of compose myself and I almost left work and went home and had a cry, but I didn't do that. I sort of was like shit. I told my manager that we need to cancel work for the rest of the week because I have to go to hospital to get tests and I'm in no fit state to talk happily with customers right now. I'm out of HIV. I told my mum, I told Jamie. I was like, funny story, Jamie, I might have the HIV. I was trying to stay sort of positive about life and be like, you know what, it's not the end of the world if you do have it, and we're going to call it the HIV instead of HIV because the HIV takes the fear away, and it was the real fear, like a deep-seated gut fear, because twice in the past I've had, I don't want to say HIV scares, I've had scenarios that, because I wasn't fully educated on HIV or transmission, passing it on, I wasn't sort of fully prepared to deal with it. Because I dated a guy in London who had the HIV and I never ingested his semen, I'm just going to say it. We didn't have unprotected sex, we didn't do the anal, we didn't do anything. But me, paranoid, angsty, worried, #shook, I went and got tested straight away. But then an ex I had as well, he had it, his viral load was undetectable, which means you literally cannot pass it on. I've been on PEP for a month and it wasn't fun and the tablets were massive and that was an accident. So that was the fear that sort of encompassed me in the space of about 30 seconds and I was shitting in my pants. I didn't know what to do. I was trying to joke about it and make laughs to sort of lighten the pressure on myself and what I was thinking about. So the day after I went to the hospital and they took loads of bloods and they asked me about my sexual history, what I'd done in the last 12 months, and I was very sort of honest. I don't put myself at risk. I don't have unprotected sex. I don't suck dick if I've got ulcers or bleeding gums and all the rest of it. So I was sort of very low risk. In the last 12 months since I last got tested, I have had 4 sexual liaisons, which is very sad. Don't judge me for that, but I'd rather sit in my bedroom and play computer games than go out and fuck with Usher. No anal has happened in the last 12 months. I haven't ingested anyone's semen. So none of the putting myself at risk business happened. I knew what I was doing, I was careful. The encounters I did have, I knew the guys, I knew the status. So I was very sort of confused as well as scared about how I could have got this reactive test result. I went to the hospital, they did all of the tests, they took my bloods, they did an initial test right there, and then they send it off for a few days to be to be tested again in a like a lab as opposed to a hospital, and the very first one I got said negative. So they was like, cool, that's pretty much all you need, you're out of the woods, but we always want to send it off for double checking. So I was like, cool, I don't have the HIV, or I'm 90% sure I don't have the HIV, but there was still something in my blood that was reactive, but we don't know what it is. So whilst I was at the hospital, they also did a throat swab. I peed in a cup. I had to stick a little Q-tip up my bum hole and wiggle it around so they could do an anal swab for chlamydia, syphilis, gonorrhea, blah 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 blah. So all that business. And then yesterday, 2 days later, I went back to the hospital and they said, we've got the result you wanted, it was negative, you're all good, don't worry about it. Like you said yourself, you're not at high risk, you know what you're doing, and I'm in a good position to be well educated about it, being in the YouTube community. I have friends, I have people that I know who have the HIV. If I did have it, it's not as though I'd be on my own and I wouldn't know what to do or who to speak to, because I do, and I did. Oh, I also got my first hepatitis B jab. If you don't have it, go and get it. I have to come back in a month for another one. They took so much blood out my veins, because this one, they did not get any blood out, and I was like, I'm sorry, there's only ice running through these veins. But then they took this one, she took so much blood. I was like, is that like a pint? Are you going to store this in the back and feed it to someone who's having a vampire baby? Twilight reference. I've gone off on a tangent, I don't remember what I was talking about. If anyone does have it or has scares or fears, come talk to me or any of my YouTubey friends who are in the know, and we will help you and discuss. If you have any questions about being safe or not putting yourself at risk, come talk to me, because I've had enough fucking brushes with HIV to last me a lifetime, let me tell you that. I'm making this video to sort of stress the importance of getting tested and knowing your status, because last week was testing week. If you didn't get tested then, please do it so you know where you're at in life. Don't think if you don't know about it then that's good, because I think it's like 25% of people in the UK who have the HIV don't know they have it. Don't quote me on those stats, but it's a big number that people don't know they have it. So always, always, always get tested regularly. Know that there is support out there to help. There's people who are always willing to help and talk to you about it. The lady told me that 1 in 200 tests comes back as a false positive. And I was that 1 in 200 people. You know, people whine and say, oh, knowing me, it's probably going to happen to me. Shut the fuck up. This happens to me, not you. Dickhead. This was a nice way to come back after a break. Hey guys, I almost got the HIV. So guys, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, because no much love to be thumbed in the butt. And leave me a comment down there telling me if you relate to my experience, or if you got tested, good. If you didn't, go do it. Sort of talk to me, open a discussion. We like it. We like it a lot. And subscribe if you'll be joining an amazing group of people. That amazing group of people are my subscribers. If you subscribe to me, beautiful, and I love you. Bye!